Hello students, hope you all are doing good. As we have been learning the first unit of economics, the introduction to microeconomics, and today we are going to end the lesson. Okay, it has been divided into 6 classes, so this is the last class. We are going to complete this unit 1. Okay, so now all of you take your economics book as well as your economics note. All of you get ready with your economics book. Don't just watch this video as like watching movie. Okay, you must take and read. When we are reading, you also read with me, and you have to note the important points. Then only you will understand what are the things that we are learning. Got it? So in the previous class we have seen the economics and its subdivision branches, that is consumption, production, exchange and distribution. And also we have seen the types: microeconomics, macroeconomics, international economics, public economics, developmental economics, health economics and environmental economics. So these are the topics that we have covered in the previous class. I hope you could remember these things. And today we are going to learn from page number 16, basic economic problems 1.9. All of you turn your book to page number 16. All of you must take your book, open your book to page number 16. Have you taken your book? Open your book to page number 16. Okay, let's start. Page number 16, basic economics problems. If resources are abundant and wants are so few, then there would be no economic problem. But this situation can never exist. Resources are always scarce and our wants are numerous. Hence, in every society, certain choices have to be made. Okay. So, what is economic problem? Economic problem means there is always a scarcity of the resources. நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்க வளங்கள் வந்து ரொம்ப குறைவாகவே இருக்கும், அதோட raw materials. But the wants of the product, மனிதனுடைய தேவைகள் வந்து அந்த பொருளுக்கான தேவை வந்து அதிகமா இருக்கும் because of the population. Okay, so if the resources are abundant, if there is many resources and the wants are few, then there is no economic problem. But the resource is very less but the wants of the human being is more, then there is a problem. So every situation, every society needs to make certain choices. The economic problem: wants, desires or unlimited resources, that is scarce, பற்றாக்குறை, not freely available. Economic choice: economics, how people use the scarce resources to satisfy unlimited wants. So எப்படி நம்ம அந்த பற்றாக்குறையான குறைவாக இருக்கிற அந்த வளங்களை எல்லா மக்களுடைய தேவைக்கும் அளிப்பது, அதை உறுதி செய்வது தான் அந்த எக்கனாமிக்ஸோட வேலை. And it is a big problem in economics. Next topic: what and how much to produce. So here automatically this question will arise. What, எப்படி, and how much, என்ன, எவ்வளவு பொருட்கள் வந்து உற்பத்தி செய்யணும். Every society must decide on what goods it will produce or and how much of these will produce. So நம்ம சொசைட்டிக்கு it may be for food. Okay, என்ன ஃபுட் வந்து நம்ம நிறைய உற்பத்தி செய்யலாம், any vegetable, any kind of vegetable. So எது நம்ம நிறைய செய்யலாம் and how much, எவ்வளவு வந்து ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணணும். In this process the crucial decisions include, next page, page number 17, whether to produce more of food, clothing and housing or to have more luxury goods. That means in the economic problem they have certain crucial decision to make, whether to produce more food, நிறைய உணவுப் பொருட்கள் தயாரிக்கவா அல்லது clothes தயாரிக்கவா அல்லது housing, வீடுகள் கட்டுவதற்கு நிறைய உதவி செய்யவா அல்லது luxury goods like luxury cars, sport cars, jewelries and apartments. Okay, so எதுக்கு நம்மளுடைய வளங்களை அதிக செலவிடலாம் அப்படின்னு சூஸ் பண்றதுல there will be a big problem. And whether to have more agricultural goods or to have industrial goods and services. So whether to have மோர் அக்ரிகல்ச்சரல் குட்ஸ், நிறைய அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் விவசாயம் சம்மந்தப்பட்டதுக்கு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கவா, அல்லது தொழில்துறை இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் மூலம் உருவாகிறதுக்கு நிறைய இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கவா. ஸோ தட் டிசிஷன் ஹேஸ் டு மேட் அண்ட் இட் இஸ் அ பிக் ப்ராப்ளம். வெதர் டு யூஸ் மோர் ரிசோர்ஸஸ் இன் எஜுகேஷன் அண்ட் ஹெல்த் ஆர் டு யூஸ் மோர் ரிசோர்ஸஸ் இன் மிலிட்ரி சர்வீஸ். ஸோ கல்விக்கும் உடல் நலத்திற்கும் சுகாதாரத்துக்கும் அதிக செலவிடணுமா, அல்லது மிலிட்ரி சர்வீசஸ் ஓகே அதுக்கு நிறைய செலவிடணுமா, அதை உறுதி செய்யணும். whether to have more consumption goods or to have investment goods. ஸோ நிறைய கன்சம்ஷன் பண்ணணுமா அல்லது இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் குட்ஸுக்கு நிறைய, மேபி இட் இஸ் ஃபார் ரா மெட்டீரியலுக்கு நிறைய கொடுக்கணுமா அல்லது ஃபினிஷ்டு ப்ராடக்ட்ஸுக்கு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுக்கணுமா. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ வெதர் டு ஸ்பெண்ட் மோர் ஆன் பேசிக் எஜுகேஷன் or higher education. So these are the decision that the economist should make. And the main economic problems has 3 questions: what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce. என்ன உற்பத்தி செய்யணும், எவ்வளவு உற்பத்தி செய்யணும், யாருக்கு உற்பத்தி செய்யணும். The first one, how to produce. Every society has to decide whether it will be use labor intensive technology or capital intensive technology, that is whether to use more labor and less machines and vice versa. So here every society to take a decision whether more of labor, using more of labor with less capital, or using need large amount of capital, that means using big machines and technologies. So how to produce the product, that is the decision that the society to make. The next one, for whom to produce. To whom to produce, every society must also decide how it's produced and be distributed among the different sections of the society. It must also decide who gets more and who gets less. It should also decide whether or not minimum amount of consumption be ensured for every in the society. So every society must decide how to produce and to whom it to distribute, okay, among the different society section of people. It must be யாருக்கு நிறைய கிடைக்கணும், யாருக்கு குறைவா கிடைக்கணும், காசு இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு நிறைய கிடைக்குமா, காசு இல்லாதவங்களுக்கு கிடைக்காம போயிருமா. So all those things the society must think. Due to scarcity of resources, a society faces the compulsion of making choice among alternatives. It faces the problem of allocating the scarce resources to the production of different possible goods and services, and of distributing the produced goods and services among individuals within the economy. So this scarcity of resources, it automatically make a compulsion of making choice among the alternatives. So people are there to so in the morning breakfast we have alternative choice. One day we can have dosa, another day we have upma and bread or something, right? So we have alternative choices. So if every day every people are eating only idli and dosa, there is a scarcity of making the raw material, the rice and so on, right? So they're automatically coming the alternative choices. And next, production possibility curve, very important. Production possibility curve, it is nothing but it is a curve that illustrates in a picture. There will be a curve. It explains the amount that carries about to produce of 2 products. Okay, here the problem of choice between relatively scarce commodities due to limited productive resources with the society can be illustrated with the help of a geometric device is known as production possibility curve. So here the problem of choice between the relatively scarce commodities, ரொம்ப பற்றாக்குறையான ஒரு பொருளுக்கும், in the same way due to limited productive resources, so அதை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கான ரிசோர்ஸும் கம்மியாக இருக்கிற சமயத்தில் எப்படி we can make this protection possibility curve. Protection possibility curve shows the menu of choosing along with a society can choose to substitute one good for another, assuming a given state of technology and given total resources. So to explain it in simple way, ஏதாவது ரெண்டு பொருட்கள் நம்ம எடுத்துக்கொள்ளணும். அந்த ரெண்டு பொருட்களில் எதை எவ்வளவு நம்ம ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணணும், எதை எவ்வளவு நம்ம உற்பத்தி செய்யப்படணும் அப்படின்ற அந்த கொஸ்டினுக்கு ஆன்சர் பண்ணுறது தான் this protection possibility curve. The explanation and analysis of protection possibility curve is based upon certain assumptions. Some of them are follow. So to explain this possibility curve, there are certain assumptions are needed. So let's see. To make the curve, the first time period does not change. It remains the same throughout the curve. So from the starting to the end, the time should not change. Techniques of protection are fixed. So and the protection la use பண்ற technique ஏதாவது புது டெக்னிக் அந்த டைம் ஆஃப் பீரியட்ல நம்ம உட்புகுத்த கூடாது. The technique are fixed. There is full employment in the economy. So while we are doing this, there must be full, எல்லாருக்குமே முழு வேலை கிடைச்சிருக்கணும். Only two goods can be produced from the given resource. So நமக்கு கொடுக்கப்பட்ட ரிசோர்ஸ்ல only two products can produce. And the next page, resources of production are fully mobile. The factors of production are given in quantity and quality. The law of diminishing returns operates in production. So the resources of the production must be full, and the factors of the production are given, both should be in given quantity as well as it must be in good quality. The law of diminishing returns operation in process. Law of diminishing means the thing which the value is reducing, okay, it operates in protection. Every protection possibility curve is based upon this assumption. If some of these assumption changes or neglected, then if it affects the nature of protection possibility curve. So there are 7 points. So if there is any change in this assumption, it directly affects the nature and the protection of possibility curve. To draw this curve, we take the help of protection possibility schedule. So first there is a schedule. Let me explain. Protection possibility schedule. First one, protection possibility. So quantity of food production in tons. Then next one, number of car production. So in the first section, there is no food produced, okay, 0, but the number of car produced is 25. The second one, 100 tons produced. So here the amount is diminishing, that is decreasing. Number of car production is 23. And then giving a chance and giving more importance to producing the food, so the quantity comes upon 200 tons, but the number of cars production is again decreasing 20. And the fourth one, the ton is increasing by 300, but the number of car is decreasing by 15. And the same time, the tons of food production is 400 and number of car production is 8. And at last, the high amount, if we are giving the full resources to the production of food, then it is giving 500 tons of foods, but number of car production is 0. That means we are not giving any importance to the number of car production. So this schedule suggests that if all resources are thrown into the production of food, of maximum of 500 tons of food can be produced. So if you are giving all the resources to making only to make the food, so we get the maximum amount of 500 tons of food, okay, given the existing technology. If other hand all resources are instead used for producing cars, 25 cars can be produced. So எல்லா வளங்களையும் நம்ம கார் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டோம்னா we can get 25 cars. So in between these two extreme possibility exist. If we are willing to give up support, then we can have some cars. So in between, if we can reduce giving resource for importance for sharing the resources to the food, then we can get some cars, 2 or 3 cars, okay. Let's see the picture, and here we can obtain a production possibility curve by drawing production possibility scheduled graphically. So in the red line they have given, no, that is the thing that we are learning, okay. Production possibility curve P1 P2 P3 P4 அந்த ஒரு லைன் போட்டிருக்காங்கடா, அதுதான் production possibility curve, and it explains the quantity of good is shown in x-axis and the number of cars sourced in y-axis. The different 6 production possibility, as we have seen in the schedule, it is mentioned as P1, P2, P3, P4 and P5 and P6, okay. So when the protection, no protection in the food, 0 means P1, the number of car production is 25, and the resource given to the protection of good, when it increased to 100 of tons, then P2 23, then 200 P3 20, 300 P4 15 and 400 P5 8 and 500 same place 0, okay. That is production possibility curve, and here without mentioning it they have just placed, and the in between they have given the growth of resources. Food production. So based on the diagram that we are going to see the explanation, if we assume that innumerable production possibility exists between any two production possibilities schedule, we get the production possibility curve P1 to P6. So it is not for the innumerable production, but it is possible exist between two production, okay, as we have seen the production of car and the production of goods. This shows the focus of points of the different possibilities of production of two commodities which a firm or an economy can produce with the help of given resources and the techniques of production. Points outside the production possibility, example point P. Have you seen in the diagram page number 18? Yes, okay. Or unattainable as society's resources of the production are not sufficient to give input beyond the curve. Points lying inside the curve like P7 are attainable by the society, but at these points resources production are not fully employed. For example, if the society is producing at the point of, wait a minute. For example, if society is producing at point P4, then it can increase the production of food keeping the number of cars constant, or it can increase the production of cars keeping the food grain output constant, or it can increase the output of both the goods simultaneously. So this curve is very important, because to know at what point or how we can start doing this business, doing this production in for two commodities. ரெண்டு பொருட்களுக்கு அதை அந்த ஏதேனும் ரெண்டு பொருட்களை எடுத்துக்கொண்டு அதை எவ்வளவு உற்பத்தி செய்ய வேண்டும் அப்படின்றத தெளிவாக எடுத்துரைக்கிறது தான் this diagram. Shift of production possibility curve, the PPC, that means production possibility curve, shifts upward or downward due to the change in the supply of productive resource and the change in the state of technology. So there may be a change in the curve because of the change in the supply of the productive resources. So the resource la edavadhu change irundhuchuna alladhu change in the state of technology, it will directly affect the curve. The production capacity of an economy grows over time through increase in resource supplies and improvement of technology. So the production capacity of the economy, it grows over time through the increase in the resource supplies and improvement of the technology. This enables PPC, production possibility curve, to shift upward from AE to A1 E1. And the second diagram you can see as shown in the figure below. This outward shift of the PPC is the basic feature of economic growth. So the thing which is in between AE and A1 to AE, which is the growth of the resources. Okay. Next, uses of production possibility curve. Same page number 19, uses of production possibility curve. As we have made the curve, so what are the uses of it? Through the device of PPC, that is production possibility curve, can be used for many analytical purpose. We shall discuss below some of its popular uses. So there are 3 points. The first one, problem of choice. The problem of choice arises because of the given limited resources and unlimited wants, may relate to the allocation of resources between the goods for the higher income group and the lower income group, and the goods for defense and the civilization. Since PPC is locus of the combination of the goods of the problem of choice will not arise when we choose any point of PPC. So here is the problem of choice, and in economics we have seen the main problem of economic is the unlimited wants but the limited resources. நம்மக்கிட்ட இருக்கிற கொஞ்சம் வளங்களை வச்சு நிறைய பூர்த்தி செய்ய வேண்டியது இருக்கு. So and here comes the problem of allocation of the resources. எப்படி பிரித்து கொடுப்பது பொருட்களை ஹையர் இன்கம் நிறைய காசு இருக்கிறவங்க மட்டும் வாங்குற மாதிரி அந்த பொருட்களை கொடுக்க முடியுமா, அல்லது லோவர் இன்கம் பீப்புள் ஆல்சோ தே கேன் கன்சியூம். ஸோ இன் தேட் வே டு whom we can give the resources to make a good product as well as to the defense or and the civilization. And since PPC is focus of the combination of goods, the problem of choice will not arise because this production possibility curve, it gives importance to the goods, that is the product. Here we saw about the two products, foods and car. So this possibility curve, it gives importance to the product. So the choices will not arise because if we choose the right point in the PPC, in the production possibility curve la, இந்த right point நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்க resource allocate பண்ணி நம்ம choose பண்ணோம்னா the problem வந்து வராது. The problem of choice will not arise. And the next one, the notion of scarcity, that means the idea of scarcity, பற்றாக்குறை, the limitation of the commodities. We can explain the notion of scarcity with the help of PPC. We know that every society possesses only a specific amount of resources which can produce only limited amount of output. Even with the help of best technology, economic scarcity of the best fact of life. The production possibility curve reflects the constraint imposed by the element of economic scarcity. So here the idea of scarcity, it here it explained that every society possesses a limited specific amount, only a less amount of resources, and which can produce only the limited amount of output. Okay, and the amount which is produced by that limited source also very limited. Even if we have a best technology, the economic scarcity is the fact of life. அதுதான் நிதர்சனமான உண்மை. The production possibility curve reflects the constraint impossible by the element of economic scarcity. So in that curve it reflects what reflects the scarcity, economic scarcity. ஒரு பொருட்களுடைய வளங்களுடைய பற்றாக்குறை எப்போதுமே அந்த ப்ரொடக்ஷன் பாசிபிலிட்டி கர்வ்ல அதோட தடைகள் வந்து ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். The next point, solution of central problems. The central problems of an economy can be explained with the help of PPC. So here the solution, the problem has given, and the solution also we can made by this PPC. The solution of the problem of what to produce involves the decision regarding the choice of location on the production possibility curves. The production combination represented by any point inside the PPC indicates that the economy is using insufficient method of production and inefficient combination of resources. So here they have said that solution of central problems. So this PPT uses to, it gives the solution. As we know, the problem is what to produce and how to produce. Okay, எவ்வளவு ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணணும், எப்படி ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணணும், and according to this curve we need to choose at what point. Maybe 100 tons if we produce the food, we can make 23 number of cars. So we need to choose according to the levels they have given, and if we didn't attain that level, that means if we have produced 300 tons of food but we have produced only 8 numbers of cars, that comes under it shows that the economy is using insufficient method of production and insufficient combinant of resources. அப்படின்னா அதோட வளங்களை அந்த மெத்தடை ஃபாலோ பண்ணி அவங்க வந்து சரியாக பங்கிடலை, அவங்களோட இன்சஃபிஷியன்ட் திறமை இன்மையை வந்து அது வந்து காமிக்குது. Okay, so uses of production possibility curve, we have discussed 3 topics. It used the problem of choice, notion of scarcity, and the solution of central problems. Okay, now we are going to conclude this lesson. So conclusion, in this chapter has given a broad overview of economics. We have seen all about, we have covered what is economics and certain things. Moreover, the present certain common characteristic of economics definition of wealth, welfare, scarcity and growth free essential question an economic must solve. And first we have seen the definitions, and we have seen the question, the problems, what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce, and also looked at the division of economics, distinguished between micro and macroeconomics. Next page, it has introduced some basic concept frequently appearing throughout the lessons. It is perhaps both important. The study of economics is an intellectually fascinating adventure, highly relevant, and it affects people's life. Every now and then, after learning lesson, think of economic activities in and around you. Perhaps in this way, learning of economics makes you think like an economist. So as you have been learning this economics, now you can start observing the thing which is happening around you, and you can think as an economist. Okay, how they are producing, how far they are producing, and is there any problems they are having in the production. So how many people wants the product. So that's all the things that you can just notice around you. So we have completed here, and the same page they have given the glossary meanings. Just go through it. Okay, here you can get a good definition of all the things. First one, scarcity, the gap between what people want and what people can get. Okay, there is a gap between எவ்வளோ நம்மக்கிட்ட இருக்கு எவ்வளோ பீப்புளுக்கு கிடைக்கும். ப்ரொடக்ஷன், கிரியேஷன் ஆஃப் யூட்டிலிட்டி, மேக்கிங் த ப்ராடக்ட். Distribution, share of the national income reaching the 4 factors of production. Services like goods or economic entities and are inseparable from their owners and are intangible, perishable in nature. Value, power of a commodity to command other commodities in an exchange. Price, value of a commodity expressed in terms of money. Income, the amount of monetary or other returns either earned or unearned acquired over a period of time. Deductive method, deduction is a process in a logic facilitating or arriving at an inference moving from general to particular. Inductive method, induction is a process in logic facilitative or arriving at an inference moving from particular to general. Okay, let's move on to next. So page number 21, as we have completed the lesson, let's do the multiple choice questions. Model questions, multiple choice questions, part A. Economics is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It is the statement of economic is a study of mankind. So who said this? Alfred Marshall in welfare definition. Okay. Second one, the basic problem studied in economics is, so what is a basic problem in economics? Scarcity, pattakurai. And the third one, microeconomics is concerned with dash. Microeconomics is concerned with C, the study of individual economic unit behavior. Okay, microeconomics is always microeconomic nale individual word உனக்கு ஞாபகம் வரணும். And the fourth one, which of the following is a microeconomic statement? The price of wheat determines its demand. Okay, the price of the product determines the demand. And the next one, find out the odd one. So an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nation, principles of economics, nature and significance of economic science. These are the books written by the economist. Okay, and the odd one is Ceteris Paribus. And the next one, the equilibrium price is the price at which. The answer is quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. Seventh one, author of an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nation. So wealth of nation sonale, definition of wealth in sonale, Adam Smith should come into your mind. Okay, then economics studied human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses is the definition of economics of Lionel Robinson. Okay, scarcity definition. Let's move on to next page, page number 22, ninth one. Who was the father of economics? The father of economics is Adam Smith. And the next one, economics is a science. The basis of this statement is economics is a science. Relation between cause and effect. Use deductive method and inductive method for the formation of laws, experiments and all the above. Okay, economics is a science means everything will come under this. The next one, utility means. What is meant by utility? Want, satisfying capacity of goods and services. And 12th one, a market is a system where person buy and sell goods directly or indirectly. So not only for buying, not only for selling, it is the action of both. Buy and sell goods directly or indirectly. And the next one, 13th one, which one of the following is not a point in welfare definition of economics? So to write this, you must know about the welfare definition. Study of an ordinary man. Economics does not focus on wealth alone. Economics is the study of material welfare. Economics deals with unlimited wants and limited wants. So the option D is it is not a point of welfare definition. And 14th, growth definition takes into account the problem of choice in the dynamic framework of economics. Next, 15th, which theory is generally included under microeconomics? So microeconomics, price theory. Macroeconomics, income theory. Okay. Next, dash have exchange value and their relation ownership rights can be established and exchanged. Answer is goods. Goods have exchange value and the ownership can be established and exchanged. Services we cannot separate from the ownership, but goods can exchange. 17th, identify the correct characteristics of utility. It depends upon consumers' mental attitude. ஸோ ஒரு பொருளை வாங்கி யூஸ் பண்ணுறது அந்த மனிதனுடைய மென்டல் ஆட்டிடியூடை பொறுத்து. இப்போ எனக்கு ஏதாவது சாப்பிடணும் போல இருக்குன்னா இட் இஸ் அப் டு மை மைண்ட். ஓகே. அண்ட் த நெக்ஸ்ட் பேஜ் 23. Who has given scarcity definition of economics? Scarcity definition, Robinson. Growth definition, Robert Samuelson. Okay. And the process of reasoning from particular to general is inductive method. Concerned with particular facts. Total revenue is equal to total output sold multiplied by price. Total revenue is equal to total output sold by multiplied by dash. So the answers were given in your book. So just don't look the answers and mark it. You have to read the question, you have to understand, and you have to mark the answers. And you have to learn this, okay? Now let's move on to write the classwork. Before that, turn your book to page number 24. We are going to just mark in your book. Later that you have to write it in your note. Book page number 24. Already you have written the first question, right? In the previous class I told to write, compare and contrast various definition of economics. And today the second question, explain various steps of deductive and inductive method. From your book page 11 to 12. Turn your book to page 11. Have you find methods of economics 1.6.1. From there to page number 12, full page, okay? Inductive and deductive methods are both needed for scientific thought, as the right and left foot are both needed for working. So you have to minimize it. You have to choose the main important points and you have to write the both methods followed in the steps of economics. Have you marked page number 11 to 12? And the next question, elaborate the nature and scope of economics. Nature and scope of economics from book page 2 and 5. In your book page number 2, economic its nature. Have you find that topic? and also from book page number 5, scope of economics. So these two things you need to mark and learn. And then explain basic problems of economy with the help of production possibility curve from page 17 to 18. The thing that we have learned today, 17 to 18, there is a topic 1.10 production possibility curve, and up to page number 18. So you have to mark, you have to minimize it, you have to choose the important points, and you have to write it in your classwork note about a page, and you have to learn it. Okay. Mark the pages, and this is your today's homework. You have to study the classworks and complete the classwork. The 3 big questions, you need to complete it in your classwork note. Okay students, that's all. We have completed unit 1, and in the next video we will start a new lesson, unit 2. Okay, until then take care. Thank you.